Okay, well, this is Ken from Right from Wrong. I haven't really made an introductory video to introduce myself and what I'm planning to do with this channel, so I thought I would drop that video now. Again, my name is Ken Collins. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, on the East Coast, far from, Hollywood. I've been writing for 26-ish years, taking it seriously. I've wrote 3 fantasy fiction novels. I've written 10 feature screenplays, 3 or 4 pilots, a couple shorts, some of which I've produced with with friends. But for the most part, I'm an amateur. I'm taking it seriously. I have 26-ish years of experience. And I thought I would create a YouTube channel. I know I'm a little late to the party on that, but I wanted a place where I could share my experiences and the things that I've learned, either through books or through personal experience, through interviews, meeting people, contests, things like that. I also read for a contest. I don't want to say the name, just out of, keeping things anonymous, but I do read for a contest. I get to see a lot of screenplays that way. I was also a moderator for the largest screenwriting group on Facebook for a few years. Again, that in itself doesn't necessarily make me a better writer, but I was able to see what other writers were doing, interact with other writers. A lot of people would come to me and ask for opinions with script swaps. There we go. So you see a lot of different talent ranges and a lot of different genres, a lot of different things. So that's a little bit about me, where I'm from, and what I'm planning to do. I've entered a few screenplay contests, full disclosure. I haven't won anything. So if you don't want to listen to me beyond that, that's more power to you. I understand. But this isn't so much about me telling you the right way to do things. It's more giving you access to information I've learned over the last 26 years, and hopefully save you some time. I don't have the most fancy video equipment. I don't have the biggest resume. I don't have any produced Hollywood films. So take what you will from it. But I will try to share lists and assets and resources that have helped me over the years. And maybe, show you some things that you didn't know were available to access that'll help you on your own writing journeys. Again, my channel is called Right from Wrong, with the understanding that the goal would be to try to find the best ways to do things and the mistakes to avoid. There's no real one way to do anything. I'm not trying to say that at all. But it's more about showing you things that haven't worked and maybe, reverse engineering the things that have worked to try to, understand what makes things tick. I did a video a few weeks ago about K-pop Demon Hunters and why I think it works so well and fits, some of the beat sheets, not storyboards, but the story points that a lot of writers and a lot of even professors recommend. I'm not saying that your story has to fit those beats at all, but if we can reverse engineer what works, maybe it'll give us some clues on how we can do the same. So I did actually do a whole video. I've actually recorded this already, and I don't think it went very well. So I'm recording it again, hopefully to give a more streamlined, less rambling version of it. I have a tendency to ramble. If you're into that sort of thing, then this might be your channel, because I can sit and talk for a long time if I need to. But to cut to the chase, I want Right from Wrong to be a learning experience for any viewers, anybody who watches these videos, as I'm learning it. I'm not trying to teach. I'm not trying to show you, here's the way to do it. I promise it's going to work, because I can't promise. Nobody can promise it's going to work. Screenwriting, any writing, any art is a living thing that changes day by day. It's that what works for one person isn't going to work for everyone. As a matter of fact, it probably won't work for multiple people. but I can show you and document my journey, as I've been taking this very seriously since about 2020. I started writing a script in 2019, then COVID hit. There was a lot of available resources online with like free master classes. That's when I found the screenwriting group on Facebook and joined it. A lot of assets and resources and experience became available to me in a way that I hadn't seen before. Just being from Baltimore, or not knowing really anybody in the industry, so I kind of gave up hope for a while. And then, it's still, it's still a light at the end of the tunnel. It's still difficult to break in, even if you're in LA. But at least those resources gave me kind of not I want to say a blueprint, but an idea of how things get done. And once you understand how things get done and why people do the things they do, I think I said in another video, I don't like the term gatekeepers, because really everybody wants to find a great script. Everybody wants a great story. Everybody wants everyone to succeed, because that helps everyone. Unfortunately, most stories aren't ready to go out to the public, and even when they do, a lot of the public isn't ready to see them or spend money on them, sometimes due to situations beyond our control, like COVID and stuff like that. But we just have to do the best we can do with what we have. And it was around 2020 that I finished the script I was working on. I was very happy with it. It was probably the best thing I'd ever written at that time. It might still be the best thing I've ever written, to be fair. But it really jump-started, reignited my love for the format. It's minimalist, not a lot of flowery language and stuff like that, and I'm a fan of that. I imagine even the novels I wrote, I imagine them as movies in my head. So going from that to a screenplay really wasn't that big of a change in my mind, at least. I'm a fan of the format, like I said. So my goal for this channel would be to show you things that I've learned. And I'm still learning, obviously, and I would like you guys to come along for the journey, add your input. I would like to do some more lists of books and YouTube channels that have helped me. I'd like to talk a little bit about screenplays that I've written in the past that weren't very good. I might do examples of those and how I might revise them today with the knowledge I have. Things like that. Ultimately, I'd like to get to the point where maybe somebody sends me a script or a page, and we can go over it in a video. I really like those kinds of videos that I've seen on YouTube. So I like doing that. I like giving feedback. If anybody wants to do a script swap, I've got plenty to share, and I try to give constructive criticism. Another thing I'd be interested in doing, I've seen a couple writers, I think, do it on YouTube, but I don't see it very often, and that's like an interactive live writing, process where I just start writing live and you guys can watch me, ask questions. I'll talk to myself a lot because that's what I do. I'm talking to myself right now, right? But yeah, when I basically write a script from scratch based on ideas and back and forth between myself and any viewers or any subscribers. I would like to get to that point. Right now, I'm a small channel. I've got like 9 people, I think, watching. But if you happen to see this and it comes across your feed and you take a look at it and it seems like something you'd be interested in, definitely, give it a like, give me a subscribe, let me know you're out there. Because I want to keep doing these. I'm going to keep doing these, even if I'm talking into the void. But this is Right from Wrong. I'm Ken Collins. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a professional yet. I do edit and co-write a graphic novel based out of Thailand with international distribution right now through, started with a Kickstarter, and it's really taken off really well, including some side projects. I'm really proud of the work that Cyber Sheep Studios is doing. Check them out, Cyber Sheep Studios. They're doing great stuff. The artists are amazing. I'm not even like a comic book guy, not a graphic novel guy, and I'm not here to push the product for myself. Those guys and gals deserve a lot of credit for what they're doing. I'm really proud to be part of that international team. But so I'm not a professional screenwriter. I have no features produced. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but these are things I've heard repeatedly. They're things I've heard from professionals. They're things I've seen in classes. I've gone to Austin. I've gone to the Maryland Film Festival. I've done some of the 2-day, 1-month, movie shoot contests. I've been doing things, but I really want to get to the point to where I'm a working screenwriter, and that's the goal. And if that's your goal, or if you're just trying to do it as a hobby and learn the format and learn how to, get your work out there and get it read, maybe I can help you with that. Maybe we can do it together. All right. This is Right from Wrong. Name's Ken Collins again. And hope to see you down the road.